Hey guys, what's up? Today we're gonna take a look over another Transformers collaborative for you guys, and I have to fix the stupid lighting again. Oh my god, this is like so annoying as hell right now. There we go. So today we're gonna take a look over another Transformer collaborative for you guys, and this time we're gonna take a look over the one I'm actually pretty excited for. Well, technically I wasn't planning to get this one, but one of my boys, Six Jacks, told me I had to get it because it was actually getting hard to get. And if you guys seen my last toy hunt, the previous toy hunt video that I did, I was trying to find one of the Hot Wheels Transformers collaborative figures. So the one I'm going to take a look over is this right here. Just going to move the camera back up a bit. So today we're going to take a look over is the Transformers collaborative, and this time we have here is the Bone Shaker. Now before we continue on, I need you guys to do me a little bit of a quick favor, so I'll be right back. Hey you! Stop what you're doing! Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. So I got this one at Walmart.com alongside with Air Raid, the last area about what I need. I'm actually pretty excited to have these two in my collection. Now, I wasn't originally planning to get a Bone Shaker, like I said, because I wanted to get Twin Mill. But like I said, one of my boys told me to get Twin Mill, the Bone Shaker. So yeah. So here's what it actually looks like right here. It comes with a blister right here, like a standard Hot Wheels blister that you guys can see, but this time it's like big right here. The price though, unfortunately, which is kind of ass, $35, which a lot of people are not happy about it. You can see the artwork of the Bone Shaker and the vehicle itself, and pretty cool. Looking over to the back of it right here, this is you can see the Transformers Collaborative logo right here. This is the 2025 crossover between Hasbro and Mattel. It transforms to 22 step, and this is about 5 inches tall. So yeah. So let's look over the accessory that Bone Shaker comes with. So the accessory that Bone Shaker comes with is a gear shift right here, which is the only accessory that he comes with, so that kind of sucks, to be honest with you, because here's the thing, a lot of people have complained about this. If you put it on the vehicle mode as a weapon storage, it's too big, but if you put it on the robot mode, it's too small. So yeah, it does have the Autobot logo in the middle right here with the bones on the X on it, so that's actually pretty cool. It does miss a little bit of paint to it, so of course I am going to custom paint it to give it more look. So yeah. So let's bring down the camera just for a little bit, because here is the Bone Shaker and his vehicle mode. Now, if you guys don't know about this one right here, this is one of the most famous car ever in Hot Wheels history, and I do call it Hot Wheels before anyone's gonna ask in the comment section. Now, painted sculpted detail on the Bone Shaker looks so amazing. The black with the flame details right there looks so fantastic. Hasbro and Mattel did a great job designing this figure right here, and I'm actually pretty happy for it. Now, I did have a bit of an issue with my copy, which is what's in the vehicle mode. For some reason, and this is actually true, the connecting to this part right here didn't want to connect it in, so they had to put crazy glue on it, which I will show that during the transformation. I did it because it was sticking out like that a little bit, so I had to use a little bit of crazy glue on it to plug it in completely, but I had to leave it out so it can dry off, and you can see right here it's sealed so well. And I think the sculpting, the details, and the looks of this right here is fantastic. The classic Bone Shaker skull right there look menacing and awesome. It do have some nice painting to it, but it does need a little bit more paint to it, to be honest with you, because it does missing some, like in the spring right there. The spring right here missing some silver, just need to leave the red in right there, which I am going to custom paint it to give it more look of it, to give a more realistic look. And you can see the wheels right here is all pinned in. They had the metal pin in there, so thank God for that. They did miss out the painting the black on the inside of the tire rims right here, like an actual Hot Wheels die cast, like the one I have here, exit example, minus the tire is green, but you can see what I'm talking about. You can see the more flames over right here with the yellow going with the the red lines. You can see it right there. Does have the Hot Wheels logo right there. I wish the exhaust pipes right here was a little bit painted more. You know, like every time you know they have like blue, purple, and like orange on it right there on the end of the exhaust pipe. Like I actually look like to see. If we have the interior right there, there's the 2 seat on it right there, and the steering wheel just like hits right there, which is kind of hilarious. And then coming to the back of it right here, it does look okay, I guess. Like it does need more painting to it, just my opinion, but I will gonna custom paint this one to give more realistically. And coming to the back of it right here, you can see, look fantastic. I'm happy they painted the tail lights back there, so thank you God for that. And all the the robot kill is like underneath and stored away, which is actually pretty cool. You can see the waist, the chest, the arms like in there, and of course, spoiler alert, the whole back piece of right here is the leg. So duh. And he does roll pretty well. I want to mention one thing. Now, like I said about the weapon storage right here, there's a small tab to connect into this part right here for the gear shift right here. And like I said, is big, is very big. And I agree with what some of the other people are saying about this, like Prime versus Prime. Like, I like the vehicle mode for this one and the weapon for this, but come on. Now, if they have like a smaller version, just shrink it down to have it like that, so yeah, but I understand that. And of course, this is the version of the Bone Shaker with the open hood, because if you guys remember, there's actually 2 versions of the Bone Shaker, with hood and without it. And you can see right here is without it, so that's actually pretty cool. So I guess that's it for the Bone Shaker vehicle mode. Now it's actually getting on with the transformation, which is actually pretty easy, simple, and thank you God the instruction makes sense, because you know sometimes how Hasbro's instructions are, they don't make any sense, and sometimes they always piss people off. So yeah. So the transformation is simple. Remove the gear shift and put it to the side for now. Now, come to the side of the exhaust pipes right there, and you just want to bring them down like so. Now, untab both of them right there. And like I said, there's 2 tabs right there. And that's the one I would have some issues with. And like I said, I did put a little bit of super glue on it all the way around it. And I press it together like this. And quickly, and just let it out to keep it drying up. And yeah, it's not sticking out to the side, so yeah. But anyways, move the front wheels all the way up like that so far. For now. Because when we want to combine to the doors and the back of the car right there. Now, most people just yank it like this, but what I do is by carefully move the side of the doors like that, because you want to bring this out, because there's like somewhat like a tab right on there, and there's the slots right there. But anyways, you want to bring all of this out. You want to detach the back part of the Bone Shaker, because you want to actually straighten out the legs like this. Next thing to do is by coming to the wheels right there and push it up like that, because you want to bring it like this, which becomes the heels of it right there. Then you want to untap this right there. There's a small peg going to this peg hole right there that's connected in. So connect it like that, both sides. And these right there is on a double hinge. So you want to bring this in, push it like that together, and split the legs like that. And I will talk about the legs in a bit when I'm done transforming this. So you got the legs done. Now for the rest of the part, it's actually easy and simple, and I actually do like the engineering for the transformation. Fold these up right here, because on a hinge that you guys can see, there's a hinge right there. Then you want to open the front part of the Bone Shaker. Then you want to bring the rest of this down like here, like so. But don't connect this part yet, because you want to fold this in here. So these two little pegs right there will connect to these peg holes right here. The bottom ones, with the topper one up here that you guys can see, and of course the bone shake. And there's a tab right there to go into the slot right there, and you wanna plug it in, and it will secure everything right there. You guys can see. Bring the head down a little bit like so. Straighten out the arms. Fold out the hands. There you go. Do the same thing on the other side. Straighten out the arms and bring out the fists. Now for the shoulder pad right there, bring them down or bring them like this, depending on whatever you want to do. But bring them down like that. Bring the whole thing back right there. They just sit there. They don't do anything. So yeah. And making sure I have everything nice and straightened out. Here we have the Bone Shaker in his robot mode. And like I said, the transformation is easy and simple. And I actually do love this so much. And the tripod legs being a pain in my ass. God damn. Come on, stop being an ass. There we go. But yeah, this is actually one of the best transformation I ever did for this figure, comparing with the Gigawatt that I have, which luckily for me, I have it on the side with me, but it's in the box. This is actually pretty fun. Now, the painted sculpted detailing on the robot mode looks good. Not only you got the everything the same thing right there, but also you got the hints of orange, mostly on the forearms. That's all I'm gonna say. You got the orange in the forearms, and that pretty much that's it. Now, there's a lot of speculation of Bone Shaker couldn't be a Decepticon. Yes, I understand that Bone Shaker could be a Decepticon, but you gotta remember, Bone Shaker is also a good guy, because if you guys remember, watch the movie Team Hot Wheels on Origin of Awesome, is part of the Team Hot Wheels cars for that movie, and I did watch it since I was a kid, and still today I still watch it because I do love that movie. And like I said, if anyone could do a custom paint of the red Bone Shaker for Team Hot Wheels Origin of Awesome, I want you guys to send me that, and I'll do a review on it for you guys, and I'll give you guys a shout out for it, so yeah. But anyways, now there is a bit of a problem with the figure, not my copy. There's a bit of a problem. I wish they will have like an extra hinge right there to fold down this part right there, to like the top part of the roof right there for the Bone Shaker. I wish there was a way to fold it in right there, because it does kind of does not look great, to be honest with you. And I agree with a lot of people were saying, and it's not that great looking at it, because you can see the back is just, but yeah, I wish there was an extra hinges to fold it up. Now the feet, a lot of people are talking about the feet, and here's the reason why. This is the front of the feet right there, but if you have like an ankle pivot, yeah, the only pivot you have is the heel spur, and it does look awkward. Yeah, yeah, it does look a bit awkward, to be honest with you. But the rest of the other figure does look pretty good. I do love the head sculpt, by the way. I love the head sculpt. So fantastic, but I wish I had some little bit more paint to it right here. So, articulation-wise, head is on a ball joint, so it does go full 360 degrees right here. It does go up that far, down that far, and you could pivot a little bit side to side, so that's actually pretty cool. The arms does go full 360 right here, but if you move the shoulder pad out of the way, there you go, you have a full 360 right there. Arms does go in and out. You have a bicep swivel right here, a perfect 90-degree bend right here at the elbow. Unfortunately, though, the wrist does not go 360 degrees, only can go in and out like that, but that due to the transformation, so that kind of sucks. Shoulder pad on both of them can go up and down during the transformation, so of course. You do have a waist swivel right there, full 360 degrees. Legs can go forward, back that far. It does go in and out. A nice, perfectly smooth thigh swivel right there. Over 90-degree bend, mostly due to the transformation right there. And of course, an ankle pivot right here, full 90 degrees. Well, this part right there. So you do get some good, decent pulsability with the figure right here. And speaking of which, you can plug it in the gear shift right there. And like I said, it's kind of small for robot mode. So, yeah. And no, there's no way to weapon storage in this one right here. So, yeah, you got nothing to store the weapon away. So, there's nothing else you can do. For a figure for a figure that's so badass, a bit confusing, but yet still a badass. This is a great looking one. I would like to say, and I think it's almost the same size of other figures that is about 5 inches. So, yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna give you guys a final pose and do this my final results. So I'll be right back. So overall, I do highly recommend to have the Bone Shaker. If you guys love Hot Wheels, or if you guys like the actual diecast, this is the one for you. But if you guys want to complete all the Hot Wheels collaborative figure for you guys, well, this is the one for you. And trust me, you will not regret. You will not regret getting this figure because this is fun as hell. So anyways, I'm going to end this right here for you guys. So make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow me every social media I have. Link in the description down below. I do have a new Blue Sky account, so if you guys want to follow me there, go right ahead. And that pretty much that's it. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, until next time, I'm out.